Sorry about that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Shout yourself out in the chat. Let me know it's live. Let me know if the sound quality's there, because you know we always be struggle streaming sometimes. So let me know if we live. Okay. So in tonight's stream, should I say, we're going to
Cornet
talk...
Cornball says, I know we about to discuss Joy Reid.
Wait. Oh, okay. Joy Reid. Okay. So I got the... Here, let me see if I can take that off real quick. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, we struggle streaming yet again. I appreciate everybody that's being patient with me.
Laren Beasley says, what up NGE representing from the 402 I been a subscriber of your channel for 2 years now.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. See, now I got the damn chat bot thing, and I don't know how to turn that off. I don't even know how to turn that off. But it's good to know that everything's working. But anyway, we're about to discuss... I might have to turn off that extension for right now. Because as far as text to speech, it should be off. I don't know why it's on. I might just have to mute that. But either way. But anyway, yeah, man, we're going to discuss, are black women secretly weapons against the black community? Better than that, I'm going to have a more hyperbolic take. Are American black women, the American black Jezebel, the most racist weapon ever created against the black man? So we're going to discuss that tonight. And I'm going to use an example of what I mean or why I say something so inflammatory. Why would I say something so inflammatory unless I either truly believed it or there was something behind it, okay? Part of the reason why I make such an inflammatory statement is because of the choices that these women, the American black Jezebel, tend to have. They have all the choice in the world to choose proper men, decent men, good men, or even subpar men, right? But instead, what they do is they choose the worst. We've all heard this, right? Nothing new. So I want to go into why America and men in America are the only thing that can stop these women. America has to decide that we're going to put children first. We're not going to put women's choice first when it comes to this type of madness. This should be considered child abuse. This should be considered child neglect, child endangerment. Okay? So before we get into today's video, I want to ask you guys.
Or Alana says, struggle striam. Kareem Mendoza says, hello from Trinidad.
Before we get into it, I want you guys to answer this question.
Villadeville says, T in from Jezebel.
T in from Jezebel.
Night B says, sup.
What's up, bro? I want y'all to answer this question. Who in here that's got balls between their legs, who in here will date a woman that's affiliated with the cartel? Who in here will date a woman that has chopped people's heads off, kidnapped people, you know, flayed children alive?
Night
Who
B
in here would
says,
do that?
not me.
Who in here would marry a woman?
Kareem Mendoza says. Hell no. To
Who
the
in
no
here
no no.
would marry a woman that have killed people and bragged about
Zechariah
it online?
says. Hell no.
The women in our community, that's who they prefer. The black Jezebel
Night B
prefers
says. A Super Saiyan simp level 4 would.
that. Nah, that ain't even no super sin. That's more genocidal. At least y'all know the reason why I say that some of these women are some of the worst women in human history. So let's get into it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'm gonna get in.
On March 12, 2023, police in Vancouver, Washington received a call from a worried grandmother. Her daughter and granddaughter, 27 and 6 years old, had gone missing. Meshay was a single mother, and her daughter Layla
Thomas
was her
says.
whole world.
Blame
There was
LBJ.
no obvious reason for them to abscond without telling their family members. Something darker was at play.
It's been since last Sunday since anybody heard, seen, or talked to my daughter and granddaughter.
I'm missing a whole part of me. That's my sister and that's my niece. We don't know where they're at.
One of the last people to see Meshay Melendez alive was this man, Kirkland Warren. He was Meshay's ex-boyfriend, and they'd had a tumultuous relationship. But Kirkland said they were working things out.
Pay attention to this woman's mannerisms. Let's go back just a little bit. Pay attention to this woman's mannerisms.
One of the last people to see Meshay Melendez alive was this man, Kirkland Warren. He was Meshay's...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this right here a tattoo? That's a painful spot to get a tattoo. What is this? What is that? A H, a dang two? Is that a tattoo, or is that just some sideburn hair? Who gets tattoos right there? Either way, let's keep it moving.
His ex-boyfriend, and they'd had a tumultuous relationship.
Laren Beasley says.
But Kirkland said they were
Yep, that's a
working things
tattoo, all
out.
right.
Or they had been when Meshay and her daughter disappeared. A young mother and a vulnerable child.
So a young mother and a vulnerable child. They didn't say anything about that man being that child's father. In fact, that little girl don't look nothing like the guy in the pictures. But pay close attention. That little girl looks almost just like her mama. And I'm talking about like right now. You see what I'm talking about? The childishness, the childlike mindset.
It was imperative that the police find these two missing persons as soon as possible.
D-Dog
But
says.
soon enough, their
N.G.E.
investigations would
what's
reveal
good,
a
big bro?
twisted
What's up, D-Dog? That's my guy, D-Dog. D-Dog in the house. Man, shout out to everybody that's in the house right now. Laron Beasley, Thomas, Night B, Zechariah. Anybody I'm missing, man, shout yourself out in the chat, man.
history, and a murder that would leave
Night B
Vancouver
says,
scarred for
"They Hispanic."
generations to come.
I don't come here with all questions. I do have some
They might be, bro. They might be.
answers.
Like Afro-Latina.
What do you think my answers are?
Let's uncover those answers here on The Decoder, where we'll dive into exclusive interview and body cam footage to tell the terrible story of what happened to Meshay Melendez.
Not only is that, this chick is a grubu. Look at this. Look at how big this chick is. She got a tattoo all off in this area right here. Got tattoos all on your chest. Where does this come from? When I say that the Western modern woman is the worst woman in human history, I had a conversation earlier today. It was asking, why would I say something like that when the Western modern woman being the worst woman in human history? Well, where in human history do women have tattoos? They obese as hell. They don't come with virginities. They got other people's kids. And they set those kids up to be in the world's most hostile situations. Spoiler alert, this little girl is no longer with us. I'm sure you can understand why. Because this one right here, the adult, the one that's grown, the one that somehow gets wiser as they get older, they make decisions. They choose. She didn't choose a bum. She didn't choose a paraplegic. She didn't choose somebody with Down syndrome. No, she chose worse. What's worse than a homeless man? What's worse than a dude that can't walk on his own? What's worse than everything I just named?
Can we get somebody to do an interview of some modern women and have them explain why they like thugs and dusty dudes that put them in this lifestyle?
The problem with trying to get an interview to explain modern women is they're just going to rebut everything you say. Everything you say, they have a rebuttal for. They have an excuse for their behavior. Because what they're going to say is they were once this little girl down here. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say that you don't know, only God can judge me. Like these women somehow believe in God, but they're also pagan. They also believe in astrology, and I ain't talking about scientific astrology. I'm talking about the dogmatic.
God says. God said these times would come. Kareem Mendoza says, make black people great again.
The only way we're going to make black people great again is the ultimate.
D-Dog says, hey N.G.E, more of these stories are all over the news, bro.
All day. All day. The only thing that's going to make black people great again is proper men. Get on your proper man movement, fellas. The proper man judgment. The proper man will judge these women better than any Bible scripture out there. Why? Because our judgment comes from the passive actions that we partake in society. I know that the live video where I discussed what a proper man was got deleted, but I keep saying I'll make a PDF file, but I don't think anybody would download it. Either way, there's tenets to being a proper man. And one of those tenets is not dealing with women like this, not allowing single mothers to have an option to destroy their children's lives. Because, see, they're at war with us whether we realize it or not. A lot of guys don't understand that these women have a secret hidden agenda against your ass as a man. And that is to get rid of you so that they can procreate more versions of themselves. Because, see, they know that men like me will not tolerate them. So they have to procreate more versions of themselves so that they can grow up and tolerate them, so that they don't have to change, so they can carry out the ultimate racist plan of whatever you can blame, white supremacy or whatever you want to blame, but there is an agenda behind it.
They have spiritual sickness.
You damn right they do. And the agenda behind that, is to keep us as a community down and to further uplift themselves. Because what group of women got famous saying that I'm strong and independent? I'm sure y'all already know. But why are they able to say that? They wasn't saying that before the civil rights movement. They wasn't saying that during the Jim Crow era. They said that after they sided with feminism. Third wave feminism took over the civil rights movement. See, the civil rights movement was supposed to be about equality, and then third wave feminism took that over, and now we got beasts
Ross says,
like this.
That's easy. They're dusty themselves.
These women have a survival program.
DIESEL says, we need Jesus back in our lives.
Also, let me know that, can y'all hear the playback of the text to speech? Can y'all hear that? Somebody let me know if you can hear the text to speech. If you can hear that playback.
Laren Beasley says, a Pookie or a Ray Ray is what these modern queens want. Jamal Swizzle says, she has to come right. D-Dog says, yeah, big bro.
Appreciate it, D-Dog. Appreciate it. He said a Pookie or a Ray Ray is what these modern queens want.
Seek God says, the first whispers of feminism came out of witchcraft books.
Facts. And what did they use
Kareem
to do
Mendoza
to women back
says,
then?
sadly, these Jezebels don't know a good man even if he is or they're sitting in front of them.
Oh no, they know him. They know full well what a good man is. They know full well what a good man is. And they avoid him. They actively avoid him. What they'll do is they call him corny, they'll call him lame, they'll call him hubby material, or any other type of name that they use to describe men that they avoid. That's going to hold them accountable. That's going to hold them to a standard. They avoid those dudes and go after the worst men in the world. But let's continue.
Vancouver, Washington is one of the state's most populous cities. On the border with Oregon and close to the West Coast, it has a violent crime rate of 6.32 per 1,000
Seminole Prince
residents.
says,
This
"What's
is
up,
higher than the
NGE
state
loyal
average,
subscribers,
and
stand
made it
up."
even more concerning when Meshay Melendez and her daughter went missing in March
DIESEL
2023.
says, "Satan has turned men and women against each other."
Seen with her daughter Layla by a friend in a burgundy Dodge Charger on the morning of March 12th. The driver of this car was Kirkland Warren, her ex-boyfriend. It seemed likely that he had been the last person to see Meshay alive. March 22nd, 2023. What seemed like an ordinary
Kareem Mendoza
day in a
says,
prison in Vancouver.
"Shara Hazard
But for
Ali
this
was
detective,
right.
Waiting at the chess table to conduct an interview, it was the most important day in this case. He'd been tasked with finding missing Meshay and Layla. He could only hope he'd ask all the right questions.
I guess first of all, how are you holding up?
As I can be.
As you can, okay. Because we're here in a jail, I'm gonna read your Miranda rights. So, I'm a missing persons detective, okay? I also do a few other things like cell phones.
Too
and
Deep Convo
computers.
says,
I'm a bit of a geek.
"I talk about the same thing, bro."
But part of me being a geek is I also have to do missing persons. So in
Keep talking about it, brother. We need more and more voices.
my missing persons investigation, Joanne told me at some point in the night of March 12th, she saw you with, is it Meshay or Misha?
Meshay.
Kirkland said that he, Meshay, and Layla had stayed the night together in a friend's apartment.
Did she say she was going somewhere? Can you tell me anything about that?
No, there was no talk about going anywhere. We had went out. Well, initially we came over to Joe's house because she was a mutual friend.
Okay.
We just came over there, like, this is really my girlfriend,
So you guys went over to Joe's because she's a mutual friend, right?
and we were literally just going to talk and be together. Like, we slept together that night, everything.
He said they were meeting to reconcile after some drama in their relationship. According to him, everything went well that night, and they left Joe's house in the morning as planned.
Joe says that she saw that at some point in the night, you and Meshay left. You guys came back, and then you and left the apartment with Meshay, who apparently was out in your car. What kind of car do you drive?
Charger.
The Dodge Charger, right? Yeah.
Can somebody tell me why these ninjas always have glasses on? Like some of the worst killers in the community, they always go into jail wearing glasses. Remember Tay K, the one that was like what, 15 or 16 when he went viral for the song The Race? He said, F a beat, I was trying to beat a case, but I ain't beat that case. I did the race. Remember that dude when he went to jail? He came back with some dang glasses on. Like what is that? Is that like the thug calling now? Are we supposed to be looking at glasses for geeks or thugs? Which one?
And then where'd you guys go after that?
It wasn't nighttime then. It was the morning time. We didn't go anywhere. We went. Meshay had parked the car down
All
the
the killers
street.
got glasses.
We went down the street and took her to the car, and
Okay.
that was it.
Kirkland told the investigator that Meshay had left her car further down the street and that he drove her and her daughter over to it. He let them out and they drove away. This, according to him, was the last time he ever saw the pair alive. Meshay and Layla were reported missing on March 18th, 6 days later.
The question is, where is her real father? Like, I know I can't be the only one trying to ask this question. Where is Layla's actual father? Because they're not saying that this man is the father. What happened to the actual father?
Meshay was an independent woman with her
Meshay was an independent woman. Jezebel calling card.
own life. But she wouldn't do something reckless like disappear without telling her family. She took good care of her daughter, who often appeared in her TikTok videos, doing
Then this is another point I want to make. Why is it that we have children appearing in TikTok videos? Fellas, somebody tell me in the chat, you got a child, especially a little girl. Is TikTok the first place you want to show them off to the world? Like, why does the world need to know what your children look like? Women do this, and I'm not even talking about Jezebels. I'm talking about just regular women. Women love showing their children off online. I don't think any of y'all even know what my daughter looks like. You want to know why? Because I like privacy. I don't know who knows me. I don't know if I got an enemy out there. Somebody please tell me in the chat. Why? Because I don't know. Somebody please educate me. Ladies, if there's a lady in the chat, please educate me. Why must we show children off on social media? Why do strangers, especially public? I get it if it's private, but why public? Do you want the public to know your child? You want your child? Because what the problem is, some people ain't got nothing better to do. Y'all know what I mean when I say that. Some people don't have nothing better to do than to sit there and try to figure out your day-to-day schedule. Oh, that neighborhood looks familiar. Oh, that school looks familiar. Oh, I hang out at that place right there, and you showing it off on TikTok. Why does this happen? Somebody please.
doing dances with her mom. Layla, though only 6, was doing well in school and had a promising life ahead of her.
No, the hell she didn't. See, this is another thing I don't like about some of these people out here trying to patronize black folks. You know good and well this little girl didn't have no promising life ahead of her. Look at her. Look at how crazy her mama look. Who has a promising life when they mama got tattoos willy-nilly like this? Her mama's a lunatic. A damn lunatic that love thugs. And who says that's a promising life? No, a promising life is growing up in a 2-parent household when your parents is married and loving with each other and they decent people, not in the damn hood showing your ass off on TikTok. That's a promising life. When you get to go to a decent school and have a decent family environment, a decent community, that's a promising life. That's a promising future. Not this goddamn Jezebel crap. The hell is going on? I'm tired of these narrators patronizing these single mothers.
Like disappear without telling her family. She took good care of her daughter. She was beloved by her mom and her mom's entire family, including Meshay's mother, Layla's grandmother.
Oh, Lord. No, they're not Hispanic, brother. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Her grandma's a Becky. So look at, that's the grandma. The grandma got the feed me Seymour, feed me, little shop of horror eyelashes. That's the grandma. You know that grandma is probably like 40, 39. Oh, Lord. And this is what I'm talking about. The generation of single mothers. This is a Becky right here. This is a Becky right here. This is why I say that the Western modern woman is the worst woman in human history. Where in Sodom and Gomorrah have we found... Where in Sodom and Gomorrah, the city that was destroyed by God, where have we found generations of women like this time and time again? Where in history? Somebody please, I need a history major. Somebody go to your history teachers in school. If you in college, ask your history teachers, where did they allow women like this to exist? See, this is why we have the best men in human history. What? Why would I say that? The worst women in human history, but the best men in human history? That don't make no sense. You just sound biased, NGE. Let me explain. We got the best men in human history because where in human history do men allow women to act like this and get away with it? Where? Where in human history have men allowed women to have so many rights? Men allow women to to delete their babies before they was born. Where in human history do men allow women to have single motherhood and still get married, still get boyfriends? There was a time in my lifetime where women were expected to still have their virginity. Where in human history are women allowed to take your kids away from you, take your house away from you, divorce you, vote, do all this other stuff? They can slap you in your face and then other men will run up to try to protect them from you. Where in human history do men allow women to get away with all this effery, all this destruction? I'm talking about the average woman, not just Jezebels, just average women. We are the best men in human history. You can't deny that we know, because there used to be the Salem witch trials. Women that talk about the crystals and the manifestations and the stars talking to them, they used to get burned for saying stuff like that. So we not doing it. We dating them. We freaking marrying these women. Where in human history do men act so patient? Where in human history are men so docile? Remember how women's biggest thing, we didn't have rights. We used to couldn't vote. So that means that we're the best men in human history. By women's standard, a feminist should agree that we're the best men in human history. Because see, remember back in the day, you used to be a man's property. You're not a man's property no more. So we're the best men in human history. You're the worst women in human history. Simple and plain. Like, it just flip-flop. If we was the worst and y'all was the best, now it flip-flop. Because I can't even prove that y'all was the best, because history don't really record women past, like, what, 1700s? You barely heard about the lifestyle of the day-to-day woman, but I guarantee it wasn't this. They grandmas may have been this age, but they damn sure wasn't still acting like dang kids. Now, you mean to tell me that this is older and mature? Look at what she got on her damn shirt. She got a RIP shirt on. Whose grandma do you know walking around with RIP shirts? Other than some hood boogers. Only hood boogers do this RIP shirt. Who goes and has dead people printed on clothes? That's how much I want to bet that her baby daddy was a thug. How much I want to bet that her baby daddy wasn't there for the woman that. How much I want to bet this is a generational cycle.
When her mom didn't hear from her all week.
Before we continue, shout out to, hold on, let me go into my, 1 second. Yeah, we still damn struggle streaming. I was trying to get this dang thing to work. Now I can't get it to work. Anyway, man, shout out to hold on. Shout out to Charles N. Dig for the $20. He said, shout out, bro. I love the channel. Did you see that story in Detroit where a homeless mother had 2 kids who died from hypothermia, then was spotted a few days later? Hey, bro, send me that story to my email, man. Send me that story to my email, bro. If you still watching this, send me that story to my email. I'm a damn sure I didn't see that. No, I didn't. Thank you for telling me that. I did not see it. Send me that story to my email. It's ngenevergoodenough@gmail.com. That's ngenevergoodenough@gmail.com. There he is. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the $20 super chat. I normally have everything squared away. I thought I had it all squared away, but I'm still struggle streaming. Y'all just gonna have to forgive my black ass. I can't get this stuff to work right for nothing. Let's get back into it.
She called the police. The Vancouver Police Department conducted a welfare check on Meshay's apartment and found no sign of Meshay and Layla. But the next day, Meshay's mom, desperately searching for her daughter and granddaughter, discovered Meshay's car. It was abandoned in the Van Mall neighborhood, the same neighborhood where she and Layla had stayed with.
Okay.
But literally after that, Joe, even then, I had tried to, I didn't call her on a regular phone. I called her Google Duo, just because she said it was the safest. Called her Google Duo, she wasn't picking up.
And this is because she's missing. right? Like you were trying to get a hold of her and you couldn't.
I mean, it wasn't a big concern at first because
Okay.
I literally just thought she was just ignoring me for a little bit or something.
Kirkland and Meshay had an on-again, off-again relationship. It didn't seem unusual that she wouldn't contact him for a while. He said he went to a bagel shop after dropping her off.
This ninja was not eating no bagels. This dude is a whole...
And then to another friend's house, Nettie's. Her absence didn't concern him until she was reported missing near...
If I have any black women watching me right now, if a ninja told you, hey man, I was at a bagel shop, just believe whatever the truth is, okay? Because I can tell you right now that he wasn't at no dang bagel shop, okay? I find it funny how these dudes would say any kind of lie at the moment. You ever had somebody owe you money and they was everywhere but where they were supposed to be? That's exactly what's going on right now. I was at a bagel shop. I tried to call her on Google Duo. Man, if you don't...
Nearly a week later.
So where do you think they're at?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Is there any history of them running off?
Not that I know of.
No.
Okay, so when you went over to Nettie's, what did you and Nettie do?
Just
Hold on 1 second. He says... Hold on. I want to try to figure out why my dang ninja chat ain't working. But anyway, D-Dog says, hey, NGE, I'm from Detroit, and that's not the only story. You had another 304 that off her little boy in the backyard. Hey, bro, send me that story as well, bro. Send it to my email at ngenevergoodenough@gmail.com, man. Send me all them stories if you can find them, bro.
hung out at a bagel and just watch TV.
Did you buy her a bagel too?
Yeah.
Is she like a girlfriend?
No.
No, she's just a friend.
Meshay is my girlfriend. Meshay is my girlfriend. But me and my wife are in the process of being separated.
Lord have mercy.
Kirkland grew up in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. He was the son of a municipal judge who resigned in 2009 following allegations of misconduct, including second-degree forgery, abuse of office, and attempted theft of property. In the last few years, Kirkland had moved to Vancouver, Washington, where he married a woman named Monet Tyler Warren. Until her last post on December 20th, 2022. Right around the time of the thefts from the credit union, she began to go dark online, perhaps trying to minimize her exposure in case of an investigation.
Okay, I skipped
In
some.
both
Hold on.
December 20th, credit union in order. The theft amounted to near the last few years. Kirkland had moved to Vancouver, Washington, where he married a woman named Monet Tyler Warren. She and Kirkland had 2 daughters. Aged 26 in the spring of 2023, she worked at a bank in Portland. But she'd recently been accused of stealing money from customer accounts and transferring it to others. The theft amounted to nearly $25,000. This wasn't a
stupid.
random, unconnected incident. On November 21st, 2022, Monet's credentials were used to alter account information at the credit union in order to steal, and $20,000 was transferred into an account under Meshay Melendez's name. Meshay was also seen on surveillance footage opening an account at the credit union that same month and exiting Monet's car. The 2 women knew each other and may have been tangled up in a criminal scheme together. This made sense with Meshay's social
Lord
media
have
presence.
mercy. Look at the dang tattoo on this woman's cheeks. Okay, so they're criminals. So this dude basically had a poly relationship between this woman and his wife. And they was all doing some criminal stuff. But they want you, the Western, but they want you to be with all these standards, 6 foot, 6 figures, all this, but they'll go and get a dusty thug and they got them tricking themselves off. Notice how he was removing himself all the way. You know he was the mastermind of it all. But he let them crash out. Fellas, these kind of women are willing to crash out, but they got kids. They got kids. The other woman has 2 daughters by this dude, and she got a kid. They still willing to crash out. And you mean to tell me that this is not some type of secret agenda against proper men, a good black man? Because you know they're going to blame us for everything blowing up. Just like I'm asking, where's the Father? They're going to blame us for everything that blows up. When this situation goes left, guess what? We get to hear about it. While that dude is sitting in jail, you better believe that there's women calling him. You better believe. Because trust me when I'm telling you what I say, a dude can get more punani sitting in jail than he can being a free man. And I'm not just saying that. Y'all just got to trust me when I say what I'm saying. A dude can get more punani in jail or prison than what he can as a free man. I know y'all probably scratching y'all head like, bro, what are you talking about? Stay tuned. Stay subscribed to the channel. We'll get deeper into it.
She was an active TikTok user until her last post on December 20th, 2022. Right around the time of the thefts from the credit union, she began to go dark online, perhaps trying to minimize her exposure in case of an investigation. In both of her last posts, she could be seen with Kirkland. But what was Meshay and Monet's connection? How had they developed the scheme if they were indeed both involved? The only thing the two women had in common was one man, Kirkland Warren. And Monet blamed Kirkland when she was questioned by police. She said she'd been changing the account information on behalf of her husband, who'd asked her to help him steal money.
So she snitched him out to save herself. Fellas, anytime you out there in them streets doing some crime and you got a lady doing some crime with you, the moment she get caught is the moment she... Everybody will tell you that. That just let you know that this dude ain't even smart. He got glasses and he ain't even smart. That's why I'm trying to say glasses might as well just... When you see glasses on a black man, don't think he's like a black nerd or nothing. Just think that's a thug, a straight up murderer that ain't even smart. He just wearing glasses. I mean, him, TK, all these other dudes. What was it? Young Thug. Everybody start wearing glasses when they go to jail. I don't understand. Like, what is the glasses thing? That's like a meme at this point. They had Kodak Black and glasses.
Said he was divorcing Monet, but his relationship with her wasn't just turbulent, it was criminal. And this went for his relationship with Meshay, too.
Notice how they protecting the identity of the other woman, even though she was out there committing crimes. But if that was a man, they wouldn't protect his identity. This is a crazy female. She got tattoos on her face. A big old tattoo on this side of the cheek, and then a weird tattoo of some letters or something on this side. And these women are allowed to have children. Why? Can we ask an honest question? Why are these women allowed to have children in their custody? I asked it in my last video. Shout out to everybody that watched my last video. Why are these women allowed to have children in their custody? This is the reason why these children find themselves in the situations that they find themselves. I'm getting tired of watching this video. I want to go on to the next video because it's just going to get crazier from this. If y'all want to watch this video is called Mom and Daughter Vanish After the Trip, because I got another video that's way worse than this. And the thing about it is, I want to question, because I'm going to try to answer this question. The only thing that I can think of that will answer the question as to why these women are allowed to be the way they are is not because freedom or equality or anything like that, you know, because there's a lot of stuff that the government restricts you from doing that could be beneficial. There's a lot of stuff that you're restricted from doing. My question is, why does the government not try to protect children though? Right? If these women are allowed to be exactly who they are, two industries get filled. Okay, so we have oligarchs in power. We got Trump. We got Elon Musk in power. Who is most loyal to oligarchs? The Western modern woman. Okay, Western modern women valued independent mindset so much. They want their independence so much from a man. They will loyally go work a job. Who owns these jobs and corporations? Oligarchs, of course. But what other industry benefits from this? The prison industrial complex. Because see, when these thugs get locked up, right? And when these kids, when the little boys grow up, they grow up to be just like this dude right here or worse. And this woman right here, is what enables all that. She has a choice and nobody will stop her. Won't nobody speak out against it other than men on the manosphere. But we hate women. Okay, somebody did us wrong in the past, or they ignore people like me and only talk about Fresh and Fit and all the other, unhinged men at the top that really don't have a standard or principle to stand up on. They contradict everything they say. And you might say, well, you contradict yourself sometimes too, NG. At least let me know what I contradict myself on, right? Because I like to believe that my arguments are open-ended. Why is nobody protecting children in this scenario? I'm gonna let it rock, and then we're gonna get to the next video that's way worse than this.
They'd been staying at their friend's apartment instead of one of their own for a specific reason, a restraining order.
And you guys were going to stay, how long you guys been staying there?
Literally the first night.
Okay, gotcha.
Because we, like I said, wasn't trying to violate or get caught violating.
Understood.
The previous December, Meshay had called 911 to report that Kirkland had assaulted her, including firing shots at her balcony window as she was looking outside. In February, investigators had corroborated her story with a friend who was also present during the altercation. But a mere 2 weeks later, on February 17th, Meshay recanted the accusation. She said she'd lied about the shooting and that she and her friend both had mental health and substance abuse problems.
Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Oh my goodness. They're going ham. This woman literally had a witness to some shooting. This dude shot. And 2 weeks later, oh no, I was just lying about that. They'll do anything to protect their thug. Just like Black Lives Matter. Y'all don't hear me though. I said it. Yeah, I said it. Just like Black Lives Matter. They'll do anything. They'll come out in droves to protect the thug. They'll lie. They'll put themselves in harm's way. They'll put their children in harm's way. They put themselves in harm's way. Why? Because the thug is the key to their power. What do we mean by that? The thug is the key to their power? Yes. Because that's the only man that's dealing with them seriously. That's the only man that's willing to put a baby in them on purpose. The thug is the key to these women's power. Look at this crazy ass woman. Look at how her hairstyle is. This woman is crazy, batshit crazy as hell. And she's allowed to have children. You know what's going to happen? They are the representative of the black community. The reason why nobody likes black people around the world is because of people like this. Yeah, I said it. Because they get to represent us. See, you know what I do? I get up, I just become, a regular citizen. You ain't really gonna hear about me. You're not gonna hear about me because I'm not out here doing nothing crazy. I just blend into society. The average black man will blend into society. But these people right here, their agenda is to, remember what I said in the video when I said the Birth of a Nation, how that was the most racist film ever created? Well, now what they've done is they have allowed these women to be a propaganda machine. These women procreate propaganda. Procreate it. They procreate propaganda. And they won't stop. And if you think, oh, it's just a small percentage. No, this is the majority of the women in our community. I'm screaming, help, help me. What did Kevin Hart said? Help me, ninja, help me. We need help. We need to be saved from these women. I believe that black men, proper black men, are victims in America. We are actually victims. And I know we don't like a victim mindset, but we are victims of propaganda because this is what the world gets to see. And millions of views. This video got millions of views. But you know what won't get millions of views? Anything positive for us. Everything negative gets millions of views. You mean to tell me that ain't a racist propaganda machine? Who's in charge of that? Whose lives depend? Who's safe in the hood? Who really dies in the hood? Men or women? Whose mama dies in the hood? Do grandmothers and mothers die in the hood, or just a whole bunch of brothers, fathers, and sons? But I'm crazy. I hate women. Is that not tyrannical? I want my people to survive. But we have even Becky's. We got Becky's out there. The liberal Becky, the most dangerous female on the damn planet, is the liberal Becky that will patronize and protect the hood-ratted black Jezebel. Black women are victims. Proper black women are victims. They are under attack because guess what your image is? This heifer.
She discredited herself and wanted the police to
That heifer right there is the image of the good black woman. That's that heifer right here. That's your image.
assure her that Kirkland wouldn't be.
And that fool next to her is my image. We look kind of the same. And I don't mean that like he's my brother or nothing. All I'm saying is the phenotype is the same. We have similar phenotype. So when you see this dude do something stupid on average, and that, imagine how many communities, people are still tribal. Imagine how many communities do not get an opportunity to interact with black people on a day-to-day basis. Yet when they turn on their TV to the millions of views, this is exactly what they see all damn day. And the children, every last one of them, I'm not gonna say every last one of them, but the majority of my exes got effed up by mama's boyfriend. They got M-ested by mama's boyfriend. It's always mama's boyfriend. Girls I was dating, mama's boyfriend. Mama's boyfriend did this. I never said nothing. It only comes out in an argument. When they arguing or something. It could have been happening. See, let me tell you what happened. The reason why I say that single mothers are one of the worst things to ever happen to modern society and the men that deal with them are even worse than they are. Because see, it can happen when they like 8 years old. They're getting all promises. I'm going to do this for your birthday. I'm going to do that for your birthday and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just don't tell your mama. And then it come out when she ain't even talking to the dude no more. And when they arguing, she's 17 years old. Jerry used to make me do this. You let Jerry do that. And she's like, girl, stop lying. How many times you ever heard that? How many? Come on, man. I know I'm not sitting here talking to myself, sitting here saying that I'm just making this up. All these women are bad baby making it up. All these women are making it up. Everybody got the same lie. They don't know each other, but they got the same lie. That's down to the T. Single mothers are one of the worst things that ever happened to modern society, and God won't destroy America, but he will destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. And I can promise you that the worst woman in human history, it would make the women in Sodom and Gomorrah look at us like, that ain't fair. We get turned to sand, and they just get to live life lit. Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't, what did they get destroyed for? Idol worship, sodomy, and there's one more thing I can't think of. What we got? We got baby deletion. We got divorce, tearing families apart. We got Jezebels like this that just choose thugs on purpose. And then they will hop on TikTok and brag about it.
Arrested. But the police found this suspicious. On March 2nd, they arrested Kirkland on charges of second-degree domestic violence assault, drive-by shooting, making a false statement, harassment, and possession of a stolen firearm.
Oh, Lord.
Prosecutors said he posed an extreme risk to Meshay's safety, with a score of 31 on a scale of 1 to 18. The judge held him on bail of $100,000 and ordered a domestic violence no-contact order. Kirkland violated this order within only hours of its issue. He called Meshay twice from the Clark County Jail, saying she was the reason he'd been arrested and that he needed her to get the charges dropped. She said she was trying her best. He was released on bail later that day, but was cited in court for violating the no-contact order.
Who put up their house to get this ninja out of jail? If y'all have any, listen, I know I'm not talking to myself here. I know people that had somebody in jail. Who put up their house to get this ninja out of jail? He had $100,000 bail. Who put up their house to get this ninja out of jail? Who got a house in this scenario? Who? grandma, great grandma. Who came up with $10,000 that they was willing to accept to get this ninja out of jail? Because it's what, 10%? So they would have to have 10,000 cash.
A higher bail and GPS monitoring was ordered on March 6th, but the next day, the case was dismissed, and he was not fitted with a GPS monitor.
They're not protected. DV has never really been taken seriously. The restraining orders are false security blankets. He was released with no GPS in the first place.
With this troubled history, he was the first suspect the police looked to in their investigation of the mother and daughter's disappearance.
I wonder why.
They served a search warrant for his house and car, and on March 19th, they took him into custody based on the violation of the order.
Hey, show me your hands. It's the police. Put your hands on top of your head and release your fingers. Listen, you are under arrest for a violation, okay? Do you understand?
Bro, they brought
if you do not obey commands, force may be used against you. Do you understand?
They brought
This
the
gave
squad
the
out
police
for
the
this
opportunity
dude.
to interview him about
Look at them
Meshay and
cops.
Layla.
Them ain't no regular police.
So, I mean, I'm trying to gather leads, right? So if you were me, where would you go looking for? And again, if I find, I'm likely gonna find Meshay, right? So where do you think they're hiding out at? Where do you think would go? Where would she want to be?
I don't know. The only, and then, like I said, again, I'm not trying to point fingers or anything. Her ex-husband literally took.
Oh, she got an ex-husband now.
Back for a couple days, and we had an issue with that. So
When was that?
this was like sometime last year, maybe.
Kirkland suggested that maybe Meshay's ex-husband had something to do with it. But the police had already visited him and determined that Meshay and Layla weren't with him. And unlike Kirkland, he didn't have an outstanding no-contact order against him.
Fair enough. I'm trying not to get too involved in your other case, right? But like I said, I'm more interested in that little girl. Okay, that is, Meshay could be anywhere, right? But I mean, I'm sure you love that little girl like everybody else, right? I mean, that little girl got a lot of family, right?
Two of my own.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I'm really, when Meshay gave her brother a car, I'm the one that got up in the morning to take Layla to school.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, y'all better pay attention. If I got any females in here whatsoever, y'all better pay attention. You see what that detective just said? I'm sure you love that little girl. That dude don't give a damn about your kids. They don't give a damn about your kid. Listen to me. You ain't gotta like me. You ain't gotta like me. I'm not asking for no money from you. I'm not asking for nothing. All I'm asking you to do is to understand that 9.9% of the time, 9.9 out of 10, that dude that you dating don't give a damn about your kids. 9.9, they don't care. They don't care. If they cared about the kids, ask them this question. Like I said in my last video, if you really care about them kids, you love those kids. You love those kids, right? What is love? Love is a conscious choice to remain duty-bound indefinitely. If they love your kids, they don't have to be with you. They'll still be there for those kids. They'll still support those children for the rest of their life, because that's what love has you do. You support people that you love. If you love that person, you support them. A child, I'll support you. They can call me for anything. Children that love you. You see, if I love that child can call me for anything. I ain't got to be dealing with their mama. I ain't got to deal with their mama. Hey, NGE, can I want to go to tennis camp. I need some money to go to tennis camp. Mama can't afford it. I got you. Send you to tennis camp. Not these ninjas. See, what these ninjas is going to do, what these ninjas right here is going to do, they're going to molest. I'm not supposed to say that.
Every morning.
And you're kind of soft-spoken. Do you mind if I pull up a chair? Sweet, man.
There's no got a whole lot of shit I'm already dealing with, and this just makes everything worse.
Like what? Like your other cases?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I only had one other case, and I've never ran from it. I've always been at every court date on time. I posted bail, never got in trouble since. This is the most trouble I've been in since.
You see, when people start getting nervous and start over-explaining themselves, that's how you know they lying, and that's how you know they caught. Simple and plain.
Kirkland presented himself, if not as an upstanding citizen, then at least one who was trying to do better and was complying with the terms of his past run-ins with the law. But this wasn't true, because there was something else the investigators knew about him, something that made him even more of a suspicious figure.
Where did you live before you lived here?
Arkansas.
Kirkland hadn't left Arkansas just because he longed for the western seaboard. He'd fled another criminal case, this time a murder. In November 2017,
Surprise, surprise.
a 57-year-old man called Curtis Urquhart went missing in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Earlier that year, he'd been charged with second-degree forgery and theft of property. His body was discovered lying in a ditch by 3 men on December 11th. He'd been shot in the head, and his body had been mutilated by wildlife. He'd last been seen leaving a law office with Kirkland, then 22, on November 27th.
And how much you want to bet that the female dealing with him knows about that? You be surprised. Bro, I grew up around hood rats. You be surprised the stuff that these dudes tell the hood rats. And that's the reason why a lot of the times they go to jail. Because they be thinking the homie snitching on them all the while. It be a chick that they ain't messing with no more, that they like to talk about everything to. I guarantee you that the chick that's not here no more probably knew that this dude was out here catching bodies.
This threw Kirkland under suspicion of his murder, and the police brought him in for an interview.
But I'm gonna bring you around my children though. Fellas, I'm gonna ask the question one more time because we got some new people in here. I wanna ask this question again. Would you date a woman that, let's say you went to Latin America, let's say you went to Mexico, Colombia, or something, and then you met this chick, she's cute, right? But she told you, oh yeah, I'm a part of the cartel. And I got a body. You know, I used to, it ain't nothing for me to, I got a body. You gonna bring your kids around that woman? Do you trust that woman? Do you marry that woman? Do you deal with these women that's just intermingled with the cartel? What's the difference between this dude and a woman intermingled with the cartel? But we have women that select dudes like this all the time. We have women that select dudes like this all the time. But they want you to think that we crazy for calling it out. And they got kids, and they'll bring these men around these kids. And nobody can say anything. Why can't we call DHS? Why can't we call Child Protective Services? Why cannot we call? It got me messing up. Why cannot we call Child Protective Services? Like, for real. Like, is that not child endangerment? Like, she bringing a whole murderer, a whole King Von around these kids. And now the kid is gone. Now it's a problem. We like to step in when the job is already done. She completed her mission. Mission completed. Way to go, Queen. Way to go, Queen. She was willing to protect this dude, not only because she was afraid of him, but they get a rush out of this. They like this. Look at them tattoos on her face. You think that but they willing to patronize. Oh yeah, that daughter had a bright future ahead. No, she didn't. Start calling these Jezebels Jezebels. Tell them what it is. They didn't have no bright future ahead of them. How do you have a...
Kirkland admitted he'd killed Curtis. That same December, his Google history showed searches for...
Okay, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm about to go into the other story because I don't even think y'all. I know I'm preaching to the choir. I know y'all believe what I'm saying, but I'm about to talk about something that I'm gonna tell you where it starts. I'm gonna tell you exactly where it starts. I want y'all to pay attention. Yes, you did. You did. Her name is out of line because her ass is out of line. You right, see, guy. But we about to get into another one real quick. We about to get into the other one because I'm gonna tell y'all exactly where this starts. Oh yeah.
17th, 2020, 20-year-old
Shout out End of Sentence 1090 Jake for this video.
Daquan Saxton was shot and killed. March 18th, Jacksonville rapper K Shorty's house was shot up. 9mm, 40 cal, and 7.62 shells would be left at the scene. March 19th, K Shorty's girlfriend was dropping him off when a car pulled in front. 2 shooters got out opening fire, killing her and almost killing him. Fast forward to 2025, K Shorty has already been sentenced.
I don't know if I let that play too fast. We're gonna go back just a little bit to about right here.
Opening fire. March 19th, K Shorty's girlfriend was dropping him off when a car pulled in front. 2 shooters got out opening fire, killing her and almost killing him.
Okay, I wonder why. Shout out to C Guy for the $1.99 super chat. I appreciate you, Queen. Appreciate you. I wonder why. Now, okay, I know y'all saw her with the purple hair. I was thinking, okay, this is just your classic case of a hood rat, right? Y'all think, oh, she was just a hood rat. No. She wasn't just a hood rat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get into it. I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let it play.
When a car pulled in front, 2 shooters got out opening fire, killing her and almost killing him. Fast forward to 2025, K Shorty has already been sentenced to 12 years in prison for a rifle, is facing a murder charge, and now his own paperwork. What's up, everybody? It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me myself. But the reputation has slowly faded as the many faces of drill have fallen victim to the streets or to the law. 23-year-old Therese Powell, who's more commonly known as the rapper K Shorty, has unfortunately fell victim to both. A documented member of 6 Block, the 6 would be made famous by its most famous rapper, Julio Fulio. The 6 was a set of apartments.
That guy that they was talking about also died recently, I think last year.
Named Hilltop Village, located on Jacksonville's north side with a long history of poverty and violence. K Shorty was of the younger generation that grew up under Fulio's reign. Another famous name from 6 Block would be none other than Adrian Gaynor Jr., aka Bibby. Mentioned and dissed numerous times throughout the years, Bibby was only 16 when he was gunned down inside Hilltop. K Shorty would describe their relationship like brothers, with Bibby even living in his own home for a period of time. In an interview with Off the Porch, K Shorty would speak on Bibby looking up to Fulio and warning him about how close he was getting, as everyone knew Fulio was the biggest target in the city.
When he got killed, it wasn't for him. And that's just me being real. Before he died.
Man, look at the age. Man, how old do y'all think that any of these guys are? All of these guys probably are under the age of 25. They are very young men, and they look like soldiers. Like, they look like they've seen nothing but hell their entire lives. And y'all mean to tell me that this ain't an attack on our community perpetrated by their own mothers? Why is it that they all got the same damn story? Look at them. Do they look happy? Do they look, I mean, they smoking drugs, they doing everything. I mean, God dang it. Did they have a childhood at all? Look at the young man right here. It looks like somebody that just got done seeing the world, seeing everything the world has to offer in a bad way. Like, look at the faces here. They got the head down. They don't seem hopeful for the future. They don't seem, this is trauma. We are suffering. The Western modern Jezebel is responsible for this type of stuff. My daughter don't look like this. I said daughters, I only have one kid. My daughter don't look like this. But my nephews do. I'm gonna let y'all figure out why. Why is it that I said I was gonna shut up? I'm gonna shut up.
A week before he died, I called him on the jail phone, and I say, I see you out there. If you turn, I see you with Fulio, you doing, I'm like, but don't get caught up in that, bro. I was like, you know how bad they want him. They'll get anybody just to hurt him. You know, I'm telling him this. And he's just like, yeah, I know, bro. I be chilling. I don't be on that too much. I just go to the shows and I hang, bro. I don't be on that internet like that. But you done got in the trailers. They know who you is now. You feel me? Like, even if you ain't dissing, you around them, so you're a part of it. And that's how he ended up happening to him. And it hurt me so bad because I know, like, he ain't deserve that.
Bibby's death would be one of many that would affect K Shorty, but one specific murder is believed to have changed him for the worst. 17-year-old Nandi White was living a high school dream. A cheerleader, good grades, and the hopes of attending Florida A&M University. Nandi would even be interviewed by the local news in Jacksonville during the holidays, wishing for a car for Christmas, and her wish would come true.
And your wish? I want a car.
On Christmas Day, Nandi woke up to a brand new red Toyota. Life was seemingly on the rise until 3 months later when it all fell apart. March 19th, 2020, Nandi had just went on a date with her then boyfriend, K Shorty. She drove to Portsmouth Ave and was dropping him off when another vehicle pulled up and 2 men exited. Gunfire erupted as bullets repeatedly pierced the windshield and unfortunately her body.
That was the car that she was gifted for graduating at the top of her class. It shot up. Appreciate it. It shot up while she was picking up her gangster thug boyfriend in it. He out here in the streets targeting people that look just like him, and he got to get picked up by his high school graduate girlfriend, who I'm sure she didn't know that he was in a gang. I'm sure she didn't know that he probably had bodies prior to this. I'm sure, because why would somebody want to shoot at the car? Why would somebody want to shoot at the car? Sounds a little extreme, right? Especially broad daylight. Who would be angry enough to shoot at a car in broad daylight? Probably somebody that's probably trying to get some get back for something that you did to them. Maybe not just to them, but to maybe their loved one, their friend. Cycle of violence, cycle of revenge, body for body. And they watched your girl on social media, so they knew what car she had, and you're going to be in the car with her, no tinted windows. And her graduation gift, she got shot up in that graduation, died in the driver's seat. And oh yeah, she loved him. And you mean to tell me that this is just black women or women in general? No, these are girls. These are girls. This starts 11, maybe even as young as 10. I'm going to give it 11 because I'm trying to be nice. But they find attraction to thugs at an extremely young age. The worst of the worst, and a broke thug too.
When police arrived at the scene, they'd find K Shorty shot inside the car, alive, but Nandi would be pronounced dead at the scene. Witnessing his girlfriend's death, it was rumored this was the turning point that left K Shorty committed to violence. After all, he was clearly the target in the shooting, and investigators would later learn why. 10 months after the shooting, police announced the arrest of 21-year-old Roland Ball and 16-year-old Xavier Porter. Through a search of Xavier's phone, investigators would recover messages in which he not only admitted to the murder, saying Nandi wasn't the intended target, he admitted they were trying to kill K Shorty, as K Shorty was the one who killed his older brother Daquan Saxton 2 days earlier.
K Shorty killed the guy that shot him. He killed his older brother just 2 days earlier. This is the type of guys that this guy right here has the balls, the audacity to be outside 2 days after committing a homicide with his girl in her car with no tinted windows. That's how much these thugs love you too.
With the announcement of the arrest, the news would report police stated a gray vehicle was seen pulling up in front of Nandi's before two men got out and opened fire with an AK-47. The news would also report multiple people identified Roland Ball as a suspect in the case, and one of them, described as an eyewitness, told police they saw Ball get out of a vehicle armed with an automatic rifle and fire into Nandi's vehicle before taking off. We now know that eyewitness was none other than K Shorty. Roland's lawyer would file a motion to suppress in and out of court identification, and within that motion, they are attempting to throw out K Shorty, identifying Roland as one of the shooters. On April 8th, 2022, K Shorty participated in a deposition in an attempt to take back the statements he told to police after the shooting. Come to find out, K Shorty not only identified Roland as the shooter, he identified him by photo and signed the photo to confirm.
So not only was he a murderer, he's a snitch. I sure wish I could just play the "you can't make this shit up" meme by Kevin Samuels. The dude was not only a murderer, but he was a snitch. Way to go, Queen. Way to go. You had a broke thug who gangbanged for free, who needs a ride from you, that just got done shooting somebody up but didn't care about you enough to lay low. No, he want to be out and about on a date with you, knowing he a whole target. And then when he gets found out and you die, he turn around and snitch on the people who he know victimized. He know he victimized those people. He don't give a damn. He gonna snitch on them. But men like me are lame. We lame. We the corny kid. He can't even gangster right. Typically, if you gonna hustle or you gonna catch bodies, at least have some money. Why is the killers in the hood broke? These men, created by these women, go out and target boys that look just like them. What's the difference? What's the difference between, I'm gonna go all the way back. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can go back to the guys that reportedly did. What's the difference between the way these guys look right here? Okay? What's the difference between the way they look and the way they look? What's the real in the way they look? I'm sorry. What's the real difference? It's the same thing. We all look the same. We all look the same. I look just like these dudes. I look just like them. But see, I'm going to tell y'all why these King Vons out here find it so easy to target men like myself. Is because I look just like you. And they know that don't nobody care about us. They know that don't nobody care about us. That's why I'm saying, help me, Ninja. Ninja, help me. Nobody cares about us. So we free game. They not afraid. They run when the cops show up. When the cops show up, they'll run. Oh no, I can't shoot at somebody else with a gun. But I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna kill the brothers. All these black men gone. All these black men gone. And the only time that the black Jezebel gets caught is by a stray bullet. Usually accident. Or she's taken out by her own dang thug. But they choose those men. They choose that path over me and anybody that's willing to watch my videos, because I guarantee that if you're willing to watch my videos, you are probably non-select by the average black Jezebel. They not dealing with you. They not dealing with you. That's why I say they the most racist weapon ever created. They have the most genocidal agenda against black people. They are the worst thing. We cannot complain about no KKK. We can't complain about no alt-right. We can't complain about neo this, swastika salute. We can't complain about none of that. When we got the black Jezebel, who is worse than the whatever Jim Crow era, we cannot complain about nothing when we got the black Jezebel out here in droves. All of these kids, all of these men right here, all of these men. I wonder if their futures are bright. I wonder if they have bright futures, because at one point in time they was that little girl. See, we have to survive our mothers. Nobody wants to talk about that. We have to survive our mothers, but they allow single. This is what I'm talking about. We need to talk. We need to what's it called? Organize some type of community effort to bring into law the restriction of these single mothers out here, because all of this is created through women's choice and independence. And I'm not talking about just your basic choice and independence. I'm talking about the sexual selection. It is a direct threat to the growth in the community. How? Name one demographic on the planet that has remained 13% of the population for over 60 years. We the only one. (13% of the population for over 60 years. We the only one. And we ain't even black men ain't even the largest percent of that. And you know how they like to say, well, you're only 13% of the population committing violent crime. Why do you think they're able to say that? Why do you think they're able to say like that? How is it that so many of us have this going on or somewhere adjacent to it? We all got a nephew, we all got a cousin that's just like this. All of us. And they gonna blame our black asses for it. They blaming our black asses for it. This is our fault. I didn't choose that. I did not choose this. I am not creating these dudes. This is not my doing. This is not nothing I have done. But it's my fault. whatever machine is behind the black Jezebel, that's a fine work of art. That should be studied. How to destroy a community, how to not destroy a community, but destroy it at the same time. Like, I don't even know what we are. We're like in a bubble of non-progression due to these women. And you're like, oh, well, you got to blame the men. I can't blame the men. I can't blame the men. I would love to blame the men. But the problem is, my own biological mother was a Jezebel that almost died dealing with my biological father. My black ass was adopted at birth because she loved thugs. She couldn't live past 60 because he stabbed her in the heart while she was pregnant. No, I'm sorry. That was my conception. My conception was the result of some forced encounter. She was a single mother at the time, too. But I was adopted by decent black people, decent. So my black ass had an opportunity. Do you think that if I would have stayed in her care, that I would have made it? It wouldn't be no NGE today. And I'm not even saying that NGE is even a thing. I'm just saying, chances are my black ass would have been in jail or 6 feet under. My mom died years ago, and I went to her funeral. Of course, I've never seen my biological father. I don't even know. If he came up and said, I wouldn't know who it was. But I can tell you that I would not have survived that side of my family. I would not have survived. That I can tell you. But it's the men's fault. If I could choose, and I just asked that question 2 times. I asked guys, if you could choose, you want to be with the cute Colombian cartel member, or would you want to be with the cute Colombian that just goes to work every day, or, you know, goes to school or something? And everybody said that they want to be with they're not choosing the cartel member. So how is it men when we're not choosing that? But they can create men that will. And they speak for us. You see what I'm saying? That's the agenda. That's the genocidal agenda. The genocidal agenda is to procreate propaganda, to procreate the type of black man that will deal with they black asses. That's what they doing. That's why I'm telling y'all, help me, help me, help you, help you. Help yourself. Save yourself. What was it? SYSB? I don't even mean to go down that path because that's more, boy, that's funny. But I ain't disagreeing. You have to save yourself, black man. You have to save yourself. Because, see, they'll criticize you for being with a non-black woman. They'll criticize you. They'll say, oh, no, why you can't handle blah, blah. No, I can't handle you. I'm sorry, I cannot handle this. This is what I can't handle. It would rob my soul if this was my son. It would rob my soul if this was my son. But I'm wrong for talking about it. I'm wrong for speaking out about it. Let's finish the video.
He would attempt to take it all back, saying he was manipulated into saying Roland was the shooter. He'd say he only named Roland because it was a rumor he was the one that did it, and that he doesn't actually know. He'd even say after the shooting he was in a deep depression and had no real motive to believe Roland did it. When asked again if he'd be able to identify anyone in the car who shot at him, he said no. So K Shorty attempted to take back everything he originally said. Roland was fighting to get K Shorty's statements thrown out, while the state was fighting to say the statements were true and K Shorty was now lying. The case would take another turn when investigators unraveled the motive behind the shooting. With Roland Ball identified, a witness would tell investigators Roland admitted to the shooting and named Xavion as being with him. Within Xavion's cell phone, investigators would recover texts Xavion sent saying, "Look though, gang, I got one under my belt. Therese' girlfriend, me and my brothers did that, cause Therese killed my big brother. Nandi, yeah, she wasn't supposed to die. That was for Therese. He killed my big brother." Investigators.
Whole bunch of self-snitching, whole bunch of self-incriminating. Hey, man, I'm about to get into some of these chats, man. Then we're going to close it out for tonight, man. I truly appreciate everybody, but let me get into some of these chats and then we get everybody this shout out. I'm trying to shout out everybody, man. Let's see if I can go through. He said, D-Dog, say, "Hey, bro, you blessed." Appreciate it, brother. George Mathan said, "God blessed and protected you." Yeah, you can say that because I damn sure had a hand with too many damn doubles in it, if you know what I'm talking about. Appreciate it. Normally I could get this to pop up on the dang screen. I couldn't get it to pop up on the screen. I'm over here struggle streaming. He said, LaRon Beasley said, "I thank God for my auntie whom practically raised me since I was 2.5 months old. My mother was the product of a Jezebel. My father passed before I was born. I'm glad I chose the path of the righteous." Man, I'm going to leave y'all with this. Hold on. Let me get into it, man. Fellas, we got 10 tenets, man. 10 tenets of a proper man. And I'm telling you, if we could just strive, I'm not saying you're gonna be perfect. I'm just saying try. Proper men. 10 tenets. Number 1, eliminate dependency on vices. If we can eliminate dependency on vices, bro, we can get our respect back worldwide. Okay? Part of the vices that we have crushing us right now is dealing with, I can't say the word, but let's just say working girls, okay? You can't even do the passport bro thing because they're going over her dealing with working girls. So it destroys a movement before it gets an opportunity. We got to eliminate dependencies on vices. You know what a vice is. Everybody has one. Eliminate your dependency on them. Get in the gym. Self-explanatory. Sexual discipline, okay? That's number 3, sexual discipline. Number 4, refusing to be an F-boy, okay? Don't be what the women are. Number 5, be a family man, something that Myron's not. He needs to learn that. Number 6, no half-ass in religion. If you're going to do religion, do it all the way, okay? Number 7, always continue to pursue knowledge. Number 8, inflection in the ability to recognize one's own weakness. And don't sit into the weakness, attack it, correct it, fix it. Number 9, do not be a criminal, okay? And number 10, maintaining the AB personality type. I'm not going to get into the number 10, but 5 things that proper men probably should avoid is single mothers, 304s, women with the Jezebel mindset, grubus, and liberal feminists. Now, I didn't want to get into that deeply because I can do an entire different section on that. But the only way we're going to be able to save ourselves from this is we have to be individuals when it comes to our proper man journey. Okay, I'm doing it. I don't have any vices that I'm aware of. Okay, I have done pretty much every tenet that I've mentioned on there. That's what, so, and it keeps me alive. It can keep me from certain stuff, man. It can keep you from certain stuff, but somebody has to lead the charge. And if I'm going to get on here talking all this mess, you better believe that I'm going to be living what I'm talking. All right, man, I really appreciate everybody that came out to spend your night and your evening with me. I'm going to try to have this up on the channel. If you missed it, check it out on the channel. Be sure to hit the like, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Hold on. Be sure to like the damn video. Man, shout out everybody that showed up, man. Shout out I Am Alex What? Shout out Grown Men Talking. Shout out Seek God. Shout out Jerry. Shout out Seth Brosma. Shout out George Mathson. I'm just trying to go through some names. Shout out D-Dog. Hold on, I'm trying to go through some names. Shout out Cosmos Coach. Shout out Fud GGG 357. Shout out DP Dark Pisces. That's my guy. The usual suspects. Trying to go through all the names. Shout out Steve OUK. That's my guy, Steve. Shout out Sebastian Jameson. He's back, Sebastian. Trying to go through it. I'm trying to go through it real fast. Let's see everybody there. Shout out Night B. Shout out Afro Troop TV. Shout out D Staff. Isela Cortez. Shout out Sigma 79. Blah blah blah. Shout out that. Shout out Greg White. MAGA Cop. Let's see. Should I get everybody? Shout out Christian Taylor. Shout out AJ. Shout out Too Deep Combo. Shout out Christian Tucker. Shout out Living Mean. Shout out Jay's Randomness Channel. Check out Jay's Randomness Channel. Shout out Greg White. Shout out Jamal Swizzle. Shout out Leslie. Shout out Charles Indig. Shout out Charles again for that 20. I appreciate you, brother, man. All the money I get, bro, is gonna go towards trying to get the travel going and getting the real information, not all that BS. You see what I'm saying? So we actually can have some solutions and answers to some stuff. So anything that y'all donate, I ain't spent a penny of it yet. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the savings. Shout out I'm Listening. Shout out Diesel. Shout out Kareem Mendoza. Everybody, man, that rock with me, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. Shout out Raw. Shout out Zachariah, man. Shout out Ville DeVille. I'm gonna try to get everybody. Shout out Oriana. Shout out Corny Cornball. That was my first top, man. Let me see. Let me go back down through here. Shout out Rob P, bro. I didn't miss you, Rob. I get everybody up in here. Shout out Jonathan Skinner. Good night, man. Appreciate you showing up, bro. I appreciate everybody, man. I really do, man. Let's see. Last thing I want to say before we close it out is it's very, very, very important that you understand that, yeah, I may have harsh stances on single mothers. I may have harsh stances on black women. And again, it's because I care. Okay. I do believe, just to clarify, that when it comes to the whole single mother thing and me saying that if you a dude dealing with them, you worse than a single mother, that's what I'm talking about. I think we need at least 2 generations of men that's not willing to deal with single mothers so they can have a proper fear of that status. Right now, they don't have a fear of the status. They go out and just deal with any old kind of dude, and they try to have the same standards of women without kids, and these kids is getting hurt, and they turn it into the boys, the young men that I just showed in the video, and the children and the girls. Everybody's a victim. Everybody's a victim to this Jezebel mindset. Okay? So we need a generation of men that's willing to step up against that. And it starts with us. Women are not powerful. We give women all they damn power. That's why I'm harder on men than I am women. I know the videos be talking about women, but if you listen to my content, I'm actually much harder on men than I am women, because I know that they get all their power from us. And that's the facts. That's the facts on top of the facts. They get all their power from us. I'm not tolerating it. I don't tolerate Jezebel mindset. I don't tolerate 304. I don't tolerate single mothers. I don't tolerate it, bro. And it'll hold you back. It'll make people avoid you. But just, I mean, I'm not even trying to go into no religious. It's not even, I'm just using it as an example. People, when you start telling the truth, people they're not rocking with you. They want to rock with the fake. People like rocking with fake people. They don't like rocking with people that's willing to stand on the square. When you're willing to stand up for what's right, people don't like that. And we know that. We live in a society where people want to do what they want to do and get away with it. They don't want to be held to no accountability, especially these women. And they will avoid you if you talk like me. Some of y'all will hide me in the algorithm or something like that. Y'all don't want women to know that you listen to me in my videos or something like that because you don't want the chick to run away. My videos are Jezebel repellent. They gonna run. If you can't watch one of my videos around your girl, that's because you with a Jezebel. Simple and plain. Like, she shouldn't have a problem with anything I'm saying because a hit dog hollers. If the dog ain't hit, then the dog ain't hollering. And if it's over there hollering, somebody got hit. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about a Jezebel finding out about my dang videos. And it's funny because I didn't ran into women that didn't found out about my video. Do you really think that about women? Yes. Well, some women can't control their weight. Why are you talking about them and calling them groo-boos? Because it's funny. But let me tell you something. Yes, you can control your dang weight. Everybody can control what's going in their mouth. You ain't forced to eat all this. And I see how I was a personal trainer. Listen, you can't lie to me, sweetheart. I have seen people cheat on diets, easy diets, all dang day. Okay? They don't want to. It's all about you not wanting to. That's all it is. If you wanted to, it ain't about being overweight. It's about being healthy. You're not healthy. You putting ranch on all the dang Cool Ranch Doritos and all kind of stuff. Listen, I already know. I see how y'all do. Y'all didn't drink. Listen, I'm not going to get into that. All I'm saying is stay on your proper man journey, fellas. Stay on your proper man journey. Do not tolerate none of this BS from these women because all of their power comes from us. You have to be the standard. Be the change you want to see. Like I used to say at the end of my videos, you have to be the change you want to see. Okay? Till then, we're going to keep this cycle going. Stop being friends with dudes that's dealing with them too. Cut them dudes off. Cut dudes off that's out here dealing with single mothers seriously. Ask them, are you F-boying her or what's up? No, I'm trying to take her serious. Oh, no, we can't hang out. I know that sounds funny, but I mean, I'm keeping it real. We can't hang out, but let me get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all make sure y'all get y'all work in. Y'all work out in tonight. Make sure you stretch. Get you a glass of water before going to bed tonight. Make sure that you're taking care of your body, man. Stop smoking weed, too. You don't need it. You know, try to get up off these vices and dependencies. Let's go. Come on, fellas. We need a new age of men. Weak men create hard times. Strong men create easy times, but we got to be strong enough to make sure that the times stay easy. Okay? But we got to be the generation of the men that's going to suffer. Yeah, you might be lonely. If you're dealing with a single mother, you need it. You wrong. Yes, you might be lonely. You might be lonely, but you're wrong. I'm letting you know you're wrong. You the dude I'm talking about. Okay? I appreciate everybody for showing up tonight, man. God bless all of y'all. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Become the change you want to see. It's your boy, NGE. Peace.